Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Friday, September 27th, 2024. Let's find out what's going on the economic calendar for today. Overnight data were quite extensive. We got the data from Japan, Tokyo core CPI in line with the expectations of 2% and it's falling down from the level of 2.4%. The Tokyo CPI excluding food and energy is even falling more towards the level of minus 0.2% from the previous level of 0.5%. Now we got the data from the Eurozone. The Eurozone countries like France, Spain, Germany will release CPI data and HICP data from 8:45 to 9 o'clock, and then at 9:55 German unemployment rate will be released. Please remember, unemployment rate in Germany is now at the level of 6%. 15 minutes past 10, ECB Lane will give a speech, and 15 minutes past 1, German BUA President Joachim Nagel will give a speech as well. The key event of today is the PCE price index data from the US, which is scheduled for release at 2:30, together with a good trade balance and the PCE price index in the quarterly measurement. Personal spending data scheduled as well at 2:30, and retail inventories excluding autos are scheduled for this at the same time. Together with the US data, we got one release from the Canada GDP. Canadian GDP is scheduled for this at 2:30. Please remember, the previous GDP was %0. Now, Michigan 1-year inflation expectations and 5-year inflation expectations, together with the consumer expectations and the consumer sentiment. All of this from Michigan will be is scheduled for this at 4 o'clock. Then we got the Atlanta Fed GDP now at 4:30, and at the end of the day, of course, as every Friday, we got US Baker Hughes oil recount and total recount. These two measurements are scheduled for release at 7 p.m. and that's it for today. It looks like the US session will be much more interesting than the London session, European session. So let's just take a look, I guess, at the euro dollar and then see what is the US market doing in form of the S&P 500. Let's start with the euro dollar. For our chart of the euro dollar is still having problems with the supply zone. Her local high at 112.14 has been established. However, we got a very strong deterioration from this level. The market moved lower and lower, and as you can see right now, even the bounce that bulls made after the pullback is not that strong whatsoever. The local high was made at 1.1190, so it's back towards the supply zone and they can't break above it. So far the bears are pushing hard, and there is no chance that the situation will actually change, because even despite the fact that we are bouncing from this trend line, bounce from this trend line is quite extensive. However, right now it's decision time, because for the movement to the upside, the bulls are being squeezed by the bears into the supply zone, and if they want to when the price falls, the trend line comes handy and the market bounces. However, the momentum is getting lower and lower, so actually well, the bulls are in hard place right now. They need to make a decision whether they throw a towel or do the breakout above the recent high at 1.1214. So please stay focused, stay vigilant. The data that will come today might trigger some volatility, might trigger some movement here. This situation here doesn't actually looks very impulsive. So this Elliott wave count impulsive count might be invalidated very, very soon, and then the whole structure will evolve into way complex and time-consuming corrective cycle, which is of course something that is unavoidable during the wave 4 correction, which is why we need to wait and see what the market will do on this in that case. S&P 500 new all-time high. If we switch to the daily time frame chart, which will be a little bit better, you can see straight on bearish divergence. However, the market still wants to go higher, still wants to go up. Just recently we've made the level, we've made the new swing high, 5,772 points, and it looks like the bulls can't get enough, which means that they will push until the end of this week and maybe month. The monthly candle will be closed on Monday, so we got the whole weekend for the things to change. The levels of 5,672 and 5,652 is the those two levels are the technical supports. They create the demand zone, but the bulls that doesn't care. They doesn't care. They want prices to go even higher, despite the fact of the bearish of the divergence. So please pay attention to this market, because if there is a pullback or correction, it might be severe. Let's take a look at gold. We haven't seen the gold for quite some time, and on the gold we got new all-time high, $2,685 into extremely overbought market conditions, right? So let's just zoom in. You can see this movement here starts to become parabolic. Look at this. I don't know if I can have this kind of a line to show you. Maybe that curve will be enough. Look at this. It starts to get look, parabolic. It's not good. It's not good because I mean, it's good for bulls, but for the overall economy, this kind of a situation when the gold is already on the all-time high will create a massive inflation, basically, sooner or later, from the fundamental point of view. But from the technical point of view, it's obvious that we got the local high and swing high at 2,685. Sorry, 2,685. This is the red line, which is why it's technical resistance. Now we got quite strong base here, 2,531 and 2,500 and no, 2,400, let's see, 83. So that's strong base into the parabolic, almost parabolic movement. Looks very, very interesting. However, the market is right now entering the extremely overbought conditions. We might see some kind of a pullback here from this conditions soon. Never mind. Nevertheless, the outlook is still bullish. And last but not least, what is Bitcoin doing? And the Bitcoin slowly, step by step, is making new local highs and higher highs. Now 65,800 is the high that is basically higher than the previous swing high, which means that there is still a potential for the further movement to the upside, as we say all of this week. Base technical support and the demand zone is still on the very same level. Nothing changes here. Recent dip below the level of 50 on the RSI resulted in a very, very strong movement to the upside, a reversal and movement to the upside towards the new swing high. Right now the market is consolidating the recent gains around this level and getting ready for another burst to the upside. So the next target is of course 68,525, the one that we got on this channel for quite some time, and the other one is the almost 70,000. I guess it will be, yes, it will be 70,043. dollars. So the outlook for the Bitcoin bullish. And that's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. Take care and bye bye.